Hi, my name is Alina Rose, and I'm doing this vlog on finding purpose in pain as it relates to my fibromyalgia diagnosis. Just wanted to give a quick overview of my fibro story as it's going now and up until now. I was diagnosed back in about 2011, and that took a lot of hard work to go through all the tests. Fibromyalgia, to get that diagnosis, is usually what they call a rule-out diagnosis, meaning you have to go through a lot of tests, and some of those are blood tests, physical tests, scans, stuff like that, to make sure that it's not something that's very similar to fibro. Usually those are the autoimmune, stuff like that. After I got my diagnosis, it was really important for me to find a way of balancing my life, my work, and my relationships socially and with my family so that I was taking care of my mental and physical well-being. Those two are usually pretty highly tied. Sleep is also something that became really important after my diagnosis, realizing that the ideal 6 to 7 that I thought I needed was actually more like 8 or 9 to actually feel not like crap the next day. And that it is possible to still go to school and do these things. You just may not be able to say yes to as many things as you may have before. And you also need to voice where your limits are. So when I started my master's program in psychology, I told them, I can't work too late, and I can't take on too many projects. And then you have to actually stick to that, saying I'm only going to do 2 research projects a semester or whatever it is, and however that might look at your work. So that became really important in utilizing services. If you are a student with fibromyalgia, I didn't realize this, but a lot of universities consider it a disability and will give you some services like more test time, considering they know that with pain you're going to have a more difficult time adjusting to the schedule, getting up for early classes, these kinds of things. So voicing your opinion became something that I had to start doing, and not saying yes to everything because I was that kind of person before. It's also really difficult, when I first got my diagnosis, a lot of my friends and family had no idea what fibromyalgia was, and there's a lot of stereotypes and misnomers about what a chronic pain disorder like fibromyalgia meant. A lot of people were saying, oh, it's all in your head, or can't you just take a pill for that? Have you tried this medication, that medication, this technique, this doctor, da 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 da. And that can be really hard. You just feel like you're swimming in advice from a bunch of people that are just as lost as you are. In retrospect, I think a lot of what they were saying I interpreted as judgment, as not thinking that I really had what I had. But in reality, I think they were just worried for the most part and wanted to help me come up with something that I could do to help. It also has been really helpful to have a spouse that's supportive of it. There are times where I can't turn on the shower, it's hard to open, things are hard to put on or take off. On those bad days, having them be willing to step up and to help you, but also to push you when you may just want to stay home and not do anything, when they think maybe you should try to do a little something. So taking those small steps became really important to me. And now I'm in a graduate program and doing pretty well, but I do still voice where my limits are and try to stick to that. And it's difficult, and so sometimes I'll do videos on that kind of stuff. But I'd really love to hear what you guys would like me to do more posts on. And if there are any questions or comments that you have, I'd love to hear it. Thanks so much, guys.